Boosie Badazz?
Lil Boosie.
Is that his name? Okay.
Yeah. He's a rapper who basically sounds like a cartoon character.
So he was on Theo Von's show, and they were talking about what needs to be done with the black community. And, of course, Boosie's black, for those that aren't. Well, you'll know very soon.
Do you feel like one of the biggest things that plagues the black community is just not having the finances?
I don't know, man. I think we need to build our own economy. That's why I think we at a move right now with the rise and shit. We can build our own economy. We need to get the billionaires together.
Yeah, y'all should own more of your shit.
We should build our own economy, make our own music.
Yeah.
We should build out to our own banks.
Yep.
You know.
Good luck there.
Guys,
good luck there.
should somebody tell them that they had that? They had their own stuff?
They never had their own banks.
Well,
certain groups like to.
Same thing what they did with Black Wall Street back in the days in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I know that they what happened? They burned it down.
Yeah, they burned
Who's they?
it down, took everything. You know, those black people, all those black people was worth millions of dollars. That will be billions today.
Right.
So we probably need to start our own economy, man.
Economy? Yeah. So that's when you fold paper into like swans, into like birds and stuff?
Stupid. Economy is a gaming company. They used to make a lot of the old fighting games.
Oh, the economy code, like up, down, left, right, BA start. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Hey, but sorry.
I'm just trying to school you, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No. I'm sorry. Economy is I'm sorry. I was wrong too. It's a Japanese soup. It's delicious.
It's a little beans in it. That sounds good. Huh? All right. Yum.
Economy, our own foods, our own.
Why don't you start with a napkin to take the spittle off the fucking side of your mouth?
Amazon.
He always is smoking weed everywhere, and he always has a dry mouth, like with white crust on it. Like he's always like this. He's probably one of the worst shitty rappers, and he's a moron. Like I'm not a fan of Boosie. Even in my hood rat days, I never liked Boosie.
And everybody get together and make our own economy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Economy.
And I like how Theo's just going, yeah, totally, bro.
Economy.
Theo looks like every scared white guy that gets like cornered by a black guy who's not doing anything, but is just cornering him and babbling, and you don't want to say anything because you don't want to get beat up. You're like, yeah, I feel you, bro.
Even if we gotta get fronted from somebody else.
Yeah,
but we can start. We can start our own economy.
What if you did this?
I can't. The way he says it is bothering me so much.
Think about, and just hear me out on this, Mr. Badass with Z's. If you wanted to start your own economy,
stop.
Hear me out on this.
Please don't.
What if you were to this isn't directed at your entire community. This is directed specifically as you as a person.
To Boosie? To
Boosie Badazz. Previously known as Lil Boosie.
Now he's normal size Boosie.
Well, because he leveled up like a Pokemon.
Like a Pokemon. Oh, okay.
What if you were to, let's say, if you wanted to start your own economy and you wanted these people, you wanted to support your own community, what if you spent less money on marijuana and jewelry and lean and titty bars and cars that you lease, you don't even buy them? What if you were to take all that money and invest that into your economy, and then you could get your community to rise up? So the problem is that you're incapable of doing that. Again, I want to clarify that I am only speaking to this one individual. I am not making a stereotype or any kind of generalization.
I know what you're saying.
But you seem to be physically incapable or inherently incapable of managing money, holding on to money, investing money.
Is he missing a finger?
Maybe, I don't know. But maybe you need to work on, instead of worrying about what you're owed, reinvest in your own economy and build it up instead of wasting your money on frivolous things like alcohol and lap dances and stupid fucking $250,000 cars that you lease. Just a thought. Just a thought that maybe if you did that, you'd have businesses. You see, there's a reason why Asians and Arabs are destroying everybody, including white people, in the category of building businesses up. It's because Asians and Arabs really extract absolutely no joy from money. Remember I'm right. You'd have to
I would agree
with
with
that.
some of that.
Like you don't see a lot of some Arabs do whatever, but they'll get like one nice ring, and they'll have one nice car, and that's it. But like Arabs, Koreans, there's certain groups of people that just don't flash money. They don't get joy out of blowing money. They just kind of go, well, I need this money to build my business up. But a lot of them are just meh, whatever. James Price's Arabs. What about Waleed bin Talal? Well, that's when you're talking about these like Saudi guys that just have like they have what you would basically have like when you play SimCity and you could just enter in cheats and you just had unlimited money. They have cheat codes, so they can spend money like that.
I know, like, well, going what you're saying, like Indians in America, at least. I'm just because
Group that
I know quite a few who are loaded. I mean, when I say loaded, I mean they fucking multimillionaires. Don't show it. Don't get me wrong. They have a nice car, but it's just a nice but a reasonable Mercedes. Their house is it's in a nice neighborhood, gated community. But it's a nice house. They're not flossing. You know what I mean?
Indians will be liquid in the bank, $6 million, and they'll still shop at Target and Kmart.
Exactly.
That's just how they are.
You could tell because that's how they dress.
Because they're like, I just need a pair of pants. I don't care what kind of pants. Like
Yeah.
they just, you know what I mean? There's none of this like, I got that new, I got the new Ferragamo. I got this new Versace. Like Indians aren't like, I like the Ferragamo, Versace. They're just like, they go to Target and they go, only get 2 pants. An Indian millionaire will go into a Target and they'll go, sir, those pants right there, buy two get one half off. I only need 2 pair of pants. I don't need the third pair of pants. You're like, the third one is half off. I only need 2 pair of pants. You're like, oh, okay. He doesn't want the third pair for half off. He's very adamant about only needing 2 pairs of pants. Like, it's maybe, Boosie, you should get with your boys and tell them to cut the shit.
Our own state, and
oh, hey, you're preaching to the choir, brother.
Is he talking about? Is he calling for an ethno state?
Like some sort, it's like if we had our own economy and like our own state, where let's say we just only had our own kind, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Had our own communities, and and then the whites would have their own communities. You're like, based Boosie.
I'm saying? It's like, we must secure a future.
If we don't start securing that for them little motherfuckers, for these little kids, we must secure an existence and a future for our kids.
That's why my new album's called 14 Words.
They do love the math analogies in their albums.
And see how much they miss us, and we can put a real hole in their pocket.
Yeah.
Because we run the fashion, we run all this shit.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you don't run the fashion. The gays run the fashion.
Yeah.
You wear the fashion. I'll say that.
Gays design it, and French people put their name on it, and another certain group of people own everything.
And sweatshops in China make it. So that's how it goes.
The black people run the fashion.
A lot of
we
stuff.
bro. Even white people want to look like us.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So then why am I getting in trouble for blackface?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
It's like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Exactly.
And I like to put big old fucking red lips and go, "Mammy."
So come on.
No, but I also love the way this argument that black people always make. We're at the forefront of fashion. People are always trying to look like us. But you're not designing, producing, or distributing this shit. You're not making money off of it. You're buying it. You're purchasers. You're consumers. So just because you're trend-setting consumers, that doesn't translate into you being great business people. Am I wrong here? Like that's,
Diddy has entered the chat.
you're not. You're buying the shit, and then people go, damn, that dude looks cool in that shirt.
I think fly is what you're looking for.
But you're not making this shit.
I agree with
You know,
that,
real
man.
shit.
Especially if they're 14 or 15
Come
years
on,
old.
14,
bruh.
15 years old, you know. They
All you wanted to be Ice Cube. I remember writing Ice Cube on my cheek before I would go to school, bro.
I'm cringing. I'm cringing so bad. Oh, Theo.
The Ice Cube thing's not what made me cringe. Do you want to know what made me cringe?
Oh, Theo.
Do you know what made me cringe?
What?
That Theo Vaughn said, bruh. Theo Vaughn was like, bruh.
There's nothing funnier than like a white boy from Louisiana with a mullet trying to relate to a black guy. You know what I mean? Oh, hell yeah, man. I used to ride Ice Cube on my thing, bro. Like, you have no idea.
Did you ride it on your Jansport backpack?
Man, it's like, you know, I'm always trying to relate to him. You know what I mean? Like, I'll beat up my pregnant girlfriend and then I handle money poorly.
That's how much I wanted to be.
Man,
my
I wanted to be like every when you see that fashion with that rap shit, it attracts you, man. Even if you don't know the music.
Yeah.
You want the jacket. You want the Michael Jackson
The
jacket.
socks hat.
You want, you know.
Yeah.
So we can make it. It's just.
It's the ownership, too. It's the ownership. That's what it is.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I thought, I was talking about this with my pro scrim guy who I do pro scrim with. And
What's pro scrim? I'm translate.
Wow.
When you don't know.
I'm
I have
at a
pro-
loss.
What's pro scrim?
I'm at a loss, to be
Can
honest
somebody
with
in
you.
the chat, can the black listener in the chat please let us know what pro scrim is? Pro scrim? He's for shrimp?
Professional shrimp?
Professional shrimping company? Somebody said Skyrim? I don't know. I don't know. Black rugby, they called it. No, I don't think that's what it is.
It's like, you know, sometimes, like, I love y'all guys so much, man. Like, sometimes I just carry, like, an illegal gun on me, you know what I mean? And, like, I just be knocking up girls, and I never speak to them again or anything. My credit score is, like, 300, dude. That's how much I like you guys.
it's a gaming company, and
Pro Scrim is a gaming company?
I really don't think you're going to find anything with Pro Scrim. He can't speak, so.
No, but I need to understand. No, Mike, I'm sorry, but I need to understand. Pro Scrim is a gaming company. Pro Scrim is a gaming company.
A lot of people are saying Fortnite in the chat. Maybe that's.
It is a gaming company. That's all I know of Pro Scrim. Pro Scrim. So okay, so I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch.
first we would have to buy the land. That's what we have to do first.
How do you do that?
We would have to buy the land. You know, they got a lot of cheap land out there, but we have to buy land, man.
We have people doing it. Tyler Perry has that huge place in Atlanta. He has that huge studio.
Hey, Boosie, you're wearing potential land right now around your neck.
You're right.
You could buy, literally right now, what he's wearing around his neck, he could buy 3 or 4 lots in Baltimore.
Buy
of
3 or 4 lands.
where they actually like already demolished the row houses. He could buy like 4 spots where the row houses used to be, just with what's on his neck. You don't want to, like, seriously. This is the argument that people always have, and then they'll call you a racist, right? America is a place where you can actually be whatever you desire. I mean, just you might not get 100% of where you want to go, but like, America's a place where even if you grew up in a house full of crackheads being abused, you know, whatever the fuck, you can work towards a thing and you can get there. There's nothing stopping. Like, is there anything in America that's stopping most people from being what they want to be if they will put in the work to be what the fuck they want to be? Especially, I remove this from it. I understand a guy like him with his IQ is probably not going to be a district attorney for New York City. I get that.
For Chicago, maybe.
Buying land, Royce. Is this a country that makes it difficult for a guy in his position who makes as much money as him to buy land?
No,
is that hard?
And Theo brought up a really good point. Tyler Perry did it. He bought land. He bought, it's then do it.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle owns a fucking half a Dayton, Ohio now.
He really
You know what I
does.
mean? It's because Dave Chappelle was like, yeah, I like to waste money on cigarettes and weed and shit like that and getting a little pussy here and there, but like, I still put most of my money back into how do I build this thing.
Yeah,
that place
but
is
that's
huge.
for movies.
Right, but
I'm talking about for life.
Right.
I'm talking about sending our kids to school, sending our kids, making them business minded.
Right.
So okay, I'm only going by what he's saying here. You want your own businesses and your own schools.
Which, by the way, you already have. You already have your own
No, I
schools.
get it, but that's what you want. All right.
I will say
kinda
this, 'cause
racist.
people are calling him a fool in the chat. As I said at the beginning of this, I've never been a Boosie fan. He is an absolute moron. And I mean that even grading him on a curve because he's a rapper, he's a fucking moron.
Oh, even
Because-
for a rapper, he's stupid.
because
yes, I would agree with that.
There are some rappers who are low-key geniuses. Believe it or not,
RZA.
2 Chainz is a goddamn genius. He really is. 2 Chainz, his music's retarded, and I've heard him in interviews say, yeah, I'm marketing to retarded people, which is why I have to make my music this way. It's about making a catchy fucking thing and selling
course, yeah.
records. But 2 Chainz absolutely knocked Nancy Grace the fuck out on her own show. 2 Chainz has been in interviews. Absolutely smart guy. There are plenty of rappers that I've seen interviews where you're like, damn, this guy really knows his shit. You know what I mean?
Somebody else said Lupe Fiasco. Is another one?
Yeah, there's like, well, those are the ones you'd expect. But I'm talking about ones you'd expect, like guys that make the same music he does.
Gotcha.
And 2 Chainz is one of those guys where you go, Jesus Christ, I just talked to 2 Chainz for 20 minutes. The guy's a fucking genius. The guy's smart. You know, he's like, he's going to be one of those guys that leaves his kids shit. He's going to have fucking money when he dies. This guy's an absolute like 40 IQ idiot.
Well, isn't like RZA like an astrophysicist and shit? Like, he is. I believe he is.
Even if he's not, doesn't have a degree in that, RZA has gone on to score movies and act and write things. RZA's beyond just some like, yeah, man, yo, we need to build our own economy. You never hear RZA being saying that. And by the way, don't sleep on the Bobby Digital album. That's one of the greatest albums ever, and nobody gives that album any love.
Yeah, apparently Guru from Gangstar is another one. I'm just seeing ones that like you wouldn't think.
Isn't Guru dead?
I don't know he was sick.
I think he's dead. Pretty sure. He's Gangstar's like one of my favorite.
Were one of your favorite.
Were.
Yeah.
Be rich, not just for film. I'm talking about a life,
Right.
a whole state of life,
Livelihood.
black life, livelihood.
Yeah.
Our own fucking tomato, everything.
Yeah.
And we will hurt the world, man. We will hurt the world. We will hurt.
So you don't want to make your life better. You want to hurt the world?
It's
It's
just
weird,
words.
right?
It's just babbling. This is the kind of Boosie talks like people do when they're on a bunch of coke and they're all over the place and they're just manic.
So you don't want to make things better. You just want to hurt people.
the world. And once we do that, we probably can start our own laws. Because they got motherfucking towns, they got hick towns in these states that own their own land, that they police station have their own laws.
Yeah.
I like how like Theo's,
There are plenty of places where the police won't go, where you guys have your own laws. If we're being fair, right? I mean, yeah, you're right. These hick town, like this guy. I'm already picking it up from him. This guy just fucking doesn't like white people. Like he's one of those, right? He just doesn't like white people. White people are bad. These hick towns, they got their own law.
And we buy the fucking land and we have our own laws. It's just black people don't want to put it together like that. That's how I would feel.
What have you done? Where's your land? What school have you opened? Seriously, what school have you opened? Who are you helping? Because all this talk, it's like, but he doesn't do anything.